Today I'm making Curry Udon. When I think of Japanese curry, I think of golden curry, but I like to use instead my own blend of spices. I don't like to measure, but here I'm using roughly 2 tablespoons of coriander and cumin, 3 green cardamom pods, and 3 cloves, 1 whole star anise, 1 tablespoon of black pepper, and 1 of fenugreek. Toast that up, blend it, add 2 tablespoons of turmeric, 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika, and a dash of cinnamon. Now you're going to get a sauce pot, nice and hot, add some neutral oil, then add half a minced onion, 3 to 4 cloves of minced garlic. Stir that around, let that get a little brown. Then you're going to add a little more oil if you need to. It helps distribute the heat, so also not letting it burn. Then stir that, and you're going to add 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter. You're going to stir that around and mix it so it starts to get nice and foamy and starts to caramelize the onions. Then you're going to add 3 or 4 tablespoons of flour and mix it around. Let it get really bubbly and dark. And then you're going to add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Once it starts to look all crusty on the bottom like this, you should be scraping it up, and then slowly we can add our stock. Here I'm using dashi, which I made with a little bit of bonito and kombu, but you can use whatever you have. Chicken stock, veg stock, whatever. And then you're going to keep adding stock once it gets thick. And I'm stirring pretty vigorously here, but you don't really need to worry because we're going to blend it later. And I'm also using just about a quart of stock through this whole process. Now we're going to add 2 heaping spoonfuls of that curry mix that we made earlier and give it a stir. And at this point, we've added all of the stock that we're going to add. It's pretty thin right now, but we're going to let it cook and heat up. I've also added 2 tablespoons of soy sauce and a splash of fish sauce, a tablespoon of miso, and I'm just going to stir and make sure that's all stirred through. Now it's time to take it to the blender. You can do this with an immersion blender, or I did it in my Vitamix that was already dirty from the curry powder. And then time to put it back, taste it, adjust the seasoning, and then let it simmer for a little bit. While it's thickening, you're going to add some bay leaves and then add your veg. I added a little bit of yellow carrot that I had chopped up and then some potato. You don't want it super thick because you're eating it with noodles. You just want it to be able to cling to the noodle but not be weird and super duper thick. Now boil some water for your nudes, and maybe I'll do a video on how to make homemade udon noodles, but right now I need to clean out my freezer, so I got these frozen flour noodles that I had. Boil them for a couple minutes. Watch me awkwardly stir with my left hand, and then we're going to strain them. And there you have it. Curry udon with carrot and potato, and if you have meat, that'd be really good in there too to sear at the beginning. But I don't, so here you go. And garnished with something green. I'm using Chinese chives because I had a bunch. But green onion is good too. Remove that bay leaf and eat it up.